Alright, I talked to the homeowner the other day, and this is what we got done so far. Looks like the ground has finally dried up a good bit from when I was over here the other day. So I'm sure once I get the tracking across it, it's gonna be spongy again. Basically, I'm gonna start right in here, and I'm gonna take out about probably 20 more yards inside there, come around, and then take off this little point right here. And then I'll make my way out where the driveway is going to go to the road. So what I'll probably do is, luckily I can take all this stuff now and I can lay it in the open. What I'm probably going to do is go ahead and take this corner out, move my logs over here so they're completely out of the way, and I got to get the fire back going. So the other day when I was here, the coals were still burning pretty good. I doubt there's any left in there, but hopefully. All right, well, y'all seen the fluid level on the 309. That's with it cold. I just crunked it up. Didn't want to crank. Sounds like I opened the window so I could hear the, when you turn the key on the fuel, you should hear the little fuel pump clicking and humming. And it was barely, like you could just barely hear it. And so probably got a bad little fuel pump on it. Don't sound good. It ain't doing. I can definitely tell once it sits for a while. Like if I shut it off and I come back the next day, it don't want to. It takes a minute to turn it over to crank, and then it took probably 5 seconds, and I just stopped. I was like, this thing should have done crunk up, but shut it off, and then I opened the window so I could see if I could hear the little primary or the little fuel pump pumping, and it was just making some kind of weird little, very faint, like it just wasn't giving it all she got. But I'll look at it later, because this machine may be getting replaced. Y'all don't hold me to that, but letting the cat out of the bag, she may be finding a new home soon. So anyway, we'll see about that. Y'all hang out. Okay, the fire's going decent. Burning a little slow today because wind's blowing a little bit. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work on this this line of trees right here, and I'm gonna lay them into the open and then get them sawed up. So I'll video these in real time. And Well, I got nearly what I wanted done today. I may go ahead and knock them 2 pines right there down, and maybe that one, but I got some more chainsaw work I need to do up through there. But now this thing, when I track, the beeper sounds really weak. So I wonder if I got electrical issues or something. But the beeper is right there. I've been meaning to unhook it on this machine like I did the 306, but now it's acting dumb. So I don't know. So I think I had a guy ask me about the logs, like could I not take them and sell them or whatever, but I know y'all seen me throw some big ones on the fire that might have looked good from the video, but this is what I'm looking at. So like this log, it's got those 3 knots right there. It's not a very big log, probably 12 inches or so. What I need on my mill is I need a lot of 2x4s and 2x6s. It doesn't take a very big knot to ruin a 2x4, because they'll just, you know, if the knot goes all the way across or to half of it, you know, it's very easy to break it. So what I'm looking for is more or less no knots that I can really see. I mean, you got one right there, but that's a fairly big log. That's kind of what I'm looking for. So that's a decent saw log. I threw one over here that's going to show. These are not set out pine or anything like that. They're just volunteer grows, so they're not the best, I guess, species or whatever you want to call it. Like, I'll get 2 logs out of that one because it's fairly decent. I don't know where that one I set out is. See, that's got the limb coming out. That's going to be a knot right there, but looks fairly decent on the ends. Of course, pine, you can't never really tell. But what I'm trying to do is pick out the best of the, what I think would be good saw logs for 2x4s. Now, if I was cutting a bunch of 1x stuff, yeah, I might keep more of them, but I don't know. It's in the pile here, I think. But some of these trees, they had some rot in them. Yeah, there it is. See that? It's got rot in it. It was about, on that tree, I might have got 1 log out of it. Or maybe 2 logs, but I think I'm gonna knock them 2 down. I'd like to knock that one down, but the fire is kind of blowing back to me. And I can't put any more on it because the wind's just blowing way too much now. So, all right, well, I'm gonna get this cut up and piled up and close to the fire. I appreciate y'all.